All right, so I'm not recording this with a mic plugged in. I'm literally using my phone, so if it sounds like crap, I am so sorry. But wow. Um I woke up to some news today that Texas Chainsaw Massacre the game is done. It's dead. It's dead in the water. It's gone for good. Um shit. I don't even know how to feel about this, to be honest, cuz like this game had so much potential to be better than it is right now, and the fact that they're ending it where it is in its current state is just really disappointing and sad. And like, first of all, like gun media, like I love gun media, because they have so much love and passion for horror, and that like they put so much work into making sure that games like Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Friday the 13th, the game, were accurate as hell when it came to every little detail. And, you can totally see that in Texas Chainsaw Massacre compared to the movie. Like, they totally looked at so much Texas Chainsaw media and just, like, put it all together for this game. And, like, I gotta respect them for that. Because that, like, that just shows that they have so much love for horror and every IP that they get. But that's where I kind of have to leave it because, like, dude, obviously, I played so many asymmetrical horror games, starting with, like, Dead by Daylight, which I don't play that anymore for so many reasons. Friday the 13th, the game was another one. I even played some really bad ones, like the Predator one, if anyone remembers that shit. I played Evil Dead, even though I had no idea what the hell I was doing. I played a little bit of that. Maybe if I played a little longer, I would understand what the hell I was doing, but I still didn't get to play Killer Clowns from Outer Space. But, Friday the 13th, the game was the go-to, for sure. Like, that was just the most, in my opinion, non-toxic asymmetrical horror game at the time, and that's what made it so great, because it was just so fun and enjoyable no matter what side you were on, whether it was as a camper or as Jason. Like, you were having fun playing either or. But man, Texas Chainsaw, man, like, this game, I've played this game since it came out, and I've loved the hell out of it. Like, I enjoy playing it so much. It's just over time it became really super toxically competitive, to a point where, like, it was starting to get really irritating just playing by yourself. And I'll get to all of that in a moment, but, like, man, the fact that this game is dead and gone now, before it could even get, like, better and, like, fixed even more, is just really fucking sad. We are getting a final patch update soon, but besides that, it's done. There's no more content, no DLC, no future bug fixes, nothing, literally nothing. And this game is what, like 2 years old? This game is not even that old, and it's getting thrown away into the trash. Like, this game had so much potential for future content. Obviously, they're really focused on a set story, which is really cool, which I had no problem with. When it came to, like, promoting this game in the beginning and everything. But, like, they introduced, like, what you're seeing right now, the 2003 Leatherface skin. So it opened the door to potentially more skins to other characters from the other movies if they were to work on it and be able to get the licensing for that. Now that's just gone. Like, there's no chance of that ever happening now. And that really blows. That blows so much. Because who wouldn't want to play as, like, fucking Leatherface from, like, I don't know, Texas Chainsaw 3D or something, Like, I don't know. But like the fact that that can never happen now is just ass. And what's pissing off so many people, which is understandable, is the whole content pass thing now. I'm not super mad about it because I did not pay for that. Because everything in itself in this game was already expensive. I only own 2 characters in this game that they've ever released DLC wise, because it's $10 each character, and in this kind of economy I cannot spend all that to buy all the characters. But yeah, I only have like 2 characters and like 1 or 2 execution packs, and that's it. That's all I've ever spent on this game. And I never spent money on a content pass because I just did not see myself spending that money for all new content. But the reason why I'm saying like everyone is going to be and is rightfully extremely pissed off is because they've promised a lot of new content for the content pass that has not come out yet and will never come out. My main source of this is the lovely Slash and Cast, because I love them, and I seen their video today talking about all of this, and like I did not know that there was supposed to be like an update for like hair for like characters and stuff. Like I did not know that was gonna happen. But the fact that like they promised that was supposed to happen and now it's never gonna happen is just completely screwed up, messed up for people who paid for the content pass for that. Especially like for what I was mentioning before, like future skins. I know there was like some like leaked audio and all of that, leaked motion capture and all that for like future characters and stuff that's never going to see the light of day anymore now. That could have been released for that content pass, and now you're not getting your money's worth anymore. And that's really, really fucked up. That's completely fucked up because you're spending your hard-earned cash for what could be future DLC content for this game. And I don't think most people knew that this game was going to die. I would say a lot of people were starting to figure that out in like the last few weeks here. Because I did not know that this game was literally about to fucking die until about like 2 weeks ago, when I was like looking into it and watching a lot of Slash and Cast and them talking about it, and I was like, well shit, this game's actually gonna fucking die. But hopefully we get at least one more like, or at least a few more things on to fulfill the content pass, and then they can, you know, hit the kill switch on it. But they're not even doing that. They're just immediately hitting the kill switch on it with nothing but a simple patch update that's coming out soon to fix some bugs, and that's literally it. And it sucks. It really fucking sucks, and it's a waste of people's money, and it's just really, really fucking disappointing because, like I said, Gun Media, I love them so much because, you know, I can see that they have so much love and passion for these horror IPs and these horror franchises that they have made games for, like Friday the 13th and obviously Texas Chainsaw. But the fact that they're doing this just really, really severs the relationship that they have with their community, because we all understood, rightfully so, understood that when Friday the 13th went down, it was because of the lawsuits. Because, you know, if you understood what was happening, you could forgive Gun Media for it, and that they were not at fault for it because they had no control over a lawsuit. But when it comes to Texas Chainsaw, there is no licensing issue. There is no lawsuit happening. And they knew that in advance because they made sure that this license was going to be in the clear and that there was going to be no lawsuit situation for this game, so that another Friday the 13th situation were to never happen again. But for some reason, they're letting this game go and they're letting it die. And I don't get it. Because this game, like I've said, has so much potential. It had so much potential. All they had to do was just fix up the gameplay style a little bit, because this game, as I mentioned a little bit before, that I'll get into more detail now, was too goddamn competitive. Okay? Too goddamn competitive. it felt like I was being dragged back into playing Dead by Daylight because that's how toxic and competitive it had gotten, okay? Because not only do you have toxic family members, you have toxic victims as well, even in game chat, being really toxic in game chat, and it really takes away the fun of the game for me and for so many others. Because, you know, this game, I don't know how it can become so competitive, but it just is. Like, I hated the fact that it was such a rush to get out of the basement as a victim. Okay, I hate how much of a rush it was to get out of the basement. I granted, when there's a Bubba in there, yes, you got to maneuver quick. You got to try to get out because you're stuck down there with him. I totally get it. But when there's not a Bubba and there's just 3 family members that are all upstairs, why the fuck are we rushing so fast to get out when we can take our time and strategize on ways to fucking escape once we open up the basement exit to go upstairs? Okay, like why? Why is it that we have to break down the ropes so goddamn fast and literally spam and make so much goddamn noise to break out of the basement when there's no Bubba in the goddamn basement? Okay? Even if there is a Bubba in the basement, why the fuck are we making so much goddamn noise and trying to rush out so goddamn fast, attracting attention to all of us? Okay? Because, like, from my experience, when I am playing and I spawn next to a goddamn Leland who is spamming and making OD noise, trying to get down mad quick while I'm trying to get down quick, he's attracting Bubba to me, and then I end up getting goddamn killed so fast. Because everyone else is just rushing to get out and leaving everyone in the dark and in the dust with no communication whatsoever. It's just completely fucked. And then you got annoying ass family members, when you're playing as a family member, being so toxic to new players and also to players that have been playing this for a minute now because something's not going their way. And I hate that. I genuinely hate that. And that's what makes me hate games like Dead by Daylight so much. Because when it's not going a killer's way or a survivor's way, they bitch and they moan about it. And I hate that so much because it just becomes toxic. And it also becomes toxic when you can't even voice your opinion on it because both sides get so fucking, like, uptight. And I hate that. And I hated that Texas Chainsaw was starting to become like that. Yesterday, for example, I was playing last night, and I'm running both Hans and Hitch because everyone was making so much noise in the basement, and there was no Bubba. So now we're all rushing, and they're all rushing in the basement. That's another thing too. You're making all that noise, and you're having all the family members start to rush the basement, which then screws over everybody. And that's exactly what was happening here. Everyone was making so much fucking noise, and then Hans and Hitch and Sissy all rush into the basement and start pressuring everybody. And unfortunately, I was one of those people that was being tag teamed by Hitchhiker and Hans, and I was running both of them, okay? I was trying to run both of them. But then I have this fucking victim main in my goddamn ear being mad toxic, yelling at me, saying, "Oh, why is anyone using the bone scraps to break the trap here right in front of the fuse?" Oh, I don't know. Maybe because I'm running 2 of the fucking family members at once right now. Why don't you fucking step on it and fucking break it yourself instead of waiting for somebody to come over and do it for you, okay? I'm over here being pressured by 2 family members, yet you're over here bitching and moaning because no one's doing something that you want them to do. You're literally hiding, bitching, and moaning, okay? You go fucking do it, bro. He proceeds to call me gay because I kept bringing them towards him. And I'm like, dude, it's not my fault that you're hiding in the same goddamn place while I'm running these 2. My main concern is not, oh, that guy's over there, I better not bring him over there. I had no idea you were hiding behind the goddamn truck, okay? I'm over here just trying to run and live and just run these 2 to see if anyone else can get shit done. But no, you're over here moaning, complaining, and calling me gay because something's not going your way. But, like, why do you gotta be so toxic about it? Why do you gotta be so toxic and call me gay? Okay? Like, there's no need for that shit. And that's what I hate about Texas Chainsaw and what it was turning into. It was just turning into a cesspool of toxicity and just so competitive on both sides. And it just sucks away the fun. Like, I never experienced that with like Friday the 13th, the game. And it's why like I miss that game so much. And it was such a perfect example of a perfect asymmetrical horror game in my eyes, because it was fun all around. You weren't focused on being so competitive as Jason. If you were getting your ass kicked, you would get that rage mode and you would be chilling. You know, it would be more fun. Even as a camper, it was still fun no matter what. You just had to play a little bit harder if you had rage mode, and that wasn't such a big fucking deal. It was still fun either way. Like, there was enjoyment out of it. But when it's like so competitive like this, where people are just being toxic to each other in game chat, or like being so like disrespectful if I'm not gonna swap a character with you because it's your only 10. Like, dude, it's not my fault you're not versatile and playing as any other character, okay? And it's not my fault you only have one character level up to 10. Play as someone else and level them up and get experience from it. That's the whole point of the game. And it's the fun out of it. It's like the enjoyment of it. But I don't know, man. Like, this game could have had so much potential to like fix all of that and to make it better and make it feel less competitive and less overwhelming when you're playing by yourself or even with people. But the fact that they just gave up on this game entirely and just shit on the community and just left us all to die like this is just so completely messed up. Eventually, they're going to change up the queue system to be host to host. It's just another thing. I don't know if it's going to be like it was in Friday the 13th, the game, where if the host leaves, then the whole fucking thing goes back into the lobby. Because if it is like that, then that's just going to kill this game even more. Because if you have like a family member who is not enjoying it and is not having things go their way and they leave, it's going to just throw everybody back into the goddamn lobby to wait even longer to get into a game. Same thing with a freaking victim. If you kill a victim too fast and they're the host, it's just going to cancel it out and everyone's going to go back into the lobby and have to wait longer to load into a new game. And I just hope it's not going to be like that. And then you guys have the audacity to say that stay tuned because we're working on something, stay tuned. Like, I mean, yeah, you could get excited for that because you don't know what franchise or license they got next. But, like, you've lost so much trust now. This isn't like Friday the 13th where, like, everyone could be understanding. No, like, there was no outside situation licensing-wise for this game to die like this. And the fact that you guys are not being fully, like, honest and, like, blunt about what it is that's killed this game is just blindsiding to everybody. This is really sad. And you guys want to hype up a new game. Like, you guys are going to have to earn our trust back now. You're going to have to earn trust back. And you're also going to have to expect that a lot of people are not going to want to trust you again because of the whole content pass situation that you've caused yourselves. If you were to bring back Friday the 13th, the game, or working on a new Friday the 13th, the game, or whatever new fucking license that you guys could possibly have for a horror franchise, you're going to have to earn back the trust of everyone that you've just lost right now because of what you guys did to Texas Chainsaw. And I don't know if you guys ever will. I don't know, man. It's just really sad and really disappointing. I'm not even like completely like angry at the developers. I don't even know who to be angry at. I'm not even angry. I'm just really disappointed and sad because this game could have been something, but now it's just nothing. And it's going to be nothing. It's just going to slowly bleed out and die and just be another asymmetrical horror game that just cannot cut it. So, yeah, that just blows.